There's no place like home, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Sooners are going to their second home, and that's Oklahoma City, where they are a staple in the Women's College World Series, officially punching their ticket today in dominant fashion, 12-2 against Alabama.
13.
What?
13.
Sorry, 13-2, yeah. Bombs away. This team, guys, just with the, 8-run third inning that they had, just phenomenal. Kirsten Deal got the start, which I know some people were surprised by that. I was a little bit surprised. Deal got out of a little bit of trouble there in the second inning, and then you get 8 runs in an inning, and she's got a lot of breathing room, and she was really good. Audrey Lowry closes it out, but the story of this, guys, is the just absolute dominant display with the Sticks today against, it was a carousel of pitchers. It was Riley. It was Brisky. It was Riley again. It was Johnson. It was Winstead. Like Patrick Murphy, guys, he had no answer.
Hey, I'm when I say this, and it kind of is with Damon's comment here. Are we peaking yet? Thanks for joining us, Damon. This might be the best. If you go back for a few years now, this might be the best one of the OU teams has been playing heading into the World Series. And that's not as far as hitting. I'm talking about hitting in general. Okay, they have the last few weeks have just been hitting the cover off the ball, guys. And what you saw from Garcia and what you've seen recently, that's one of the greater freshman performances. Super regional. 2 home runs in the game, and the last home run of the game by NellyMcEnroe may have been the farthest one. That was a bomb to center. Parker playing unreal right now. You got Pickering hot. This team's on fire. Probably maybe one of the hottest players on the team, Abby Dayton. And you heard Patty Gasso say it. She's speaking into the team. She's like that vocal. I think she's that vocal leader for him right now too. I think you can't underestimate her role in this team in that 9-hole that Riley Boone has been so good at. Abby Dayton right now is just really getting on base, having clutch hits, RBIs, all of it. It's great to see.
And I think something that's been super encouraging about this team, not only with how they're playing right now, but all year, is normally you see young teams, they're like this. This Oklahoma team, it's been like this the whole way. You've seen them improve. You've seen them get better. Ever since that series lost to Alabama, guys, on the road, you've seen a different team, and I think that's been huge. And this team, what they're able to do today, Jeremy, Jay, me, I know we didn't expect Oklahoma to lose this series, but for the way that they dominated today's game, I don't know if I would have picked that kind of domination. Yeah. And game 1 with Sam Landry, even how good she was awesome. Deal, Jeremy said it. She got out of some trouble in the second inning. In the second inning, I know whenever we were talking in our group chat, we're like, oh no, here it goes again with Deal, the control issues. But she was able to get out of that. And I think that's huge. And going into the World Series, this gives Kirsten Deal some confidence. Really, the whole team, they're uber confident right now. I don't really know if there's a team right now that's as hot as Oklahoma in college softball. And that's crazy to say because in my opinion, they got snubbed of that top spot, and they're showing why they are the best.
Well, look, I see SFC Bonds. There's 2 ways of looking at it. You've got Tennessee, who, in my opinion, is the better team than Nebraska. Tennessee's a better team because I think they're deeper hitting and they're deeper pitching. So, it would be nice if they were gone, but also I agree that revenge tour, Patty will find anything to motivate. But the other side, you got Jordy Ball, who I'm sure it would be an intriguing matchup.
And it's 2-0 first inning. Tennessee had a 2-run bomb off Ball. You got that's Pickens and Ball again today. And they got a 2-run bomb right off her in the first. So
Narissa the boss says Garcia is just amazing. 2 home runs. Are you kidding me? You know what was different about her first one? She pulled it down the line. She rarely pulls the ball down the line. Usually she goes straight away center like her second home run. She just absolutely smoked it down the line.
Yeah. Is she let me ask you. We all know Pickering and Parker as freshmen last year were great. Gabby Garcia has been.
I got laughed at on here, Jay. I got laughed at and basically ripped. About 3 weeks ago, when I mentioned that Garcia and NellyMac, in my opinion, easily is in the same conversation as being as good ever or is going to be better than Lions and Burrito. Now, and it wasn't to diminish those two.
I mean, that's not. I want who.
Well, Garcia's got more pop than Lions, though. I mean,
are you kidding me with the defense too, though, that they're both playing? The defense that Garcia and NellyMac have on the left side of the infield is unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's wild to think you go from a 4-peat with the greatest senior class ever in college softball, one of the best probably in all of sports in general. And then now you have this, I mean, with a bunch of young players and a couple transfers, guys. It's, to me, Oklahoma, for anyone that thought they were slowing down, maybe weren't. I know there were some people that didn't even pick Oklahoma to make the College World Series this year.
Hey, I've got to ask you guys, Jay, I got to do a Patrick Murphy impersonation. You guys ready? I got to do it. Give me a second.
Go ahead. Oh, gosh. But as I was saying, this Oklahoma team, man, it's wild to think. It's impressive what Patty Gassett was able to do. And there was a point in the year where they were struggling mightily. They were super inconsistent. Not they were just losing a bunch of games, but it was teams you felt like they could have played better against. They even lost a couple series, which you weren't accustomed to seeing. But Oklahoma, man, I mean, they're what they have been.
You know what JT Gasso is going to do before postseason, just like he did this year. He has them swinging the bats the best they have all year, and it's right now in clutch. As Damon says, clutchness.
Clutchness, Patty's word that she created. By the way, this was Patrick Murphy on his sideline interview. I just told him, it doesn't. We don't give a rip what the score is. We don't. I told him it doesn't. Guys, I mean, I don't care if they're scoring. We don't care what the score is. Just play hard. We don't care what the score is. Wow, you're getting rolled. You absolutely do care what the score is. You just can't have that mindset. But I thought it was funny. He used the phrase 3 or 4 times. We don't give a rip what the score is. You should give a rip what the score is. You're getting rolled. You're going home.
Hey, and it was a bad sign for Alabama when you pull up to the stadium and the wind's blowing out. I mean, that's not a good sign. I mean, OU's going to – hey, and listen to this. Listen to this. There's not a bet. I mean, the top 4 batters in this lineup, Pickering, Parker, NellyMac, Garcia.
Barker's in the field playing really well.
What I'm saying, Barker too, but I'm just saying that lineup, man. I mean, you have the weakest part of the lineup's Emmerling. I think everybody would admit that.
She finally got a hit, but she's 2 for last 23.
But other than that, Germ, where's the
Sanders hasn't been great. She got a good hit.
I know, but there's just not a whole lot of like easy outs, man. It's just like they come at you in waves, and then when they get going, like that 5th inning, bomb. If you're a little kid out in the outfield, be ready to run on the grass. There's going to be a couple balls in there to go get. I mean, unbelievable. They took their frustration out from that 2 out of 3 series loss in Bama.
Hey guys, one thing about Deal that concerned me before the game when I had heard she was getting the start, and hey, kudos to Kirsten Deal. She was great today. Definitely rubbing the hands in the dirt a lot. One thing I thought I was a little concerned about, she is not a low ball pitcher. She's a high ball pitcher. She keeps the ball up in the zone. In fact, 3 of the first 5 outs were fly balls. So there was a little bit of concern. But what her saving grace is, guys, is when she is in the zone, she has enough spin on her ball that it's very hard to make correct contact to where the ball is going to carry. Now, Giles did it, and who was the other one that went yard?
Harley.
Yeah. So 2 of them did it, but she was spinning it pretty good today.
Yeah. Hey, there's the phone link if you'd like to call in. There it is if you'd like to call in and talk. Hey, one other thing. I got to say this, and Jeremy, don't take it the wrong way because you'll tend to like switch what I said, but I saw your text earlier and you're dead right. You're 100% right. The national people, anybody that's picking against Oklahoma, right? Who else are you going to pick? I mean,
well, we've been saying that all year, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, the so-called number 1 seed is sitting at home. They're done. They're watching. So then you have OU. How can you not pick OU to win it all right now?
All year, how could you not? They've won 4 in a row. Until they get beat, they're the champion.
I understand that, but I'm saying people were waiting to see what they did. Like
I'm not guaranteeing a championship.
To me, the only team that I think you could possibly pick is Texas, and we see what Oklahoma has done to Texas.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, Jackson and Jay. You can't guarantee anything can happen. I mean, OU last year loses 9-3 to Florida. They come back on the next night and they go extra innings thanks to Jada Coleman. You just never know. But I'm saying you'd be an idiot to pick against them until they actually lose. Like
right now, I think there's two teams playing them better than anybody else, and it's OU and Texas Tech. And Texas Tech because they got Kennedy. But you look at it, Georgia beat Florida today. They're in a dogfight to make it the World Series right now. They're going to Game 3. Tennessee's maybe have to go to Game 3. This is a great idea by Damon. I'm
texting Kevin right now.
I think we need to talk to Kevin about this. That's a great idea, Damon. And that's a great idea. Hey, we got a caller on the line. We got Colin.
Hey, let me ask Colin something before you. Hey, Colin, were you outside? Were you at the game yesterday?
Yeah.
Were you in a tent?
Was it you cut out? What did you say?
Were you outside? Were you like in a merch tent at some point?
I don't believe so. No.
Oh, I thought I saw you there. I thought I heard you. I was like, was that Colin? But you were at the game though.
Yeah.
Were you there today?
No, I had things going on. I wish I'd gone today because they were just homers after homers.
Oh, bombs away, man.
But I think the biggest takeaway is this may not even be a hot take. We could possibly 8-peat with the team we have.
You're right.
Because this is the youngest we're going to be, and if we can go if this is the youngest we'll be, and we're only going to get better. And the fact that we're learning this fast, and I mean, this is just more kudos to Patty Gasso and how well. And as I said in the comments, like the transition from after the Bama game in Tuscaloosa has been mind-boggling. Yep. Because that series, as you saw, we looked uncomfortable. We didn't know which pitch to swing at. Now we know what we're looking for up there at the plate. We're knowing how to play defense. We know how to play as a team. And
right. Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? I think the SEC schedule, even though this team was young, I think it benefited them because now I think as they're getting into these postseason, it's like these are like they've played these teams like this is whereas playing in a Big 12 the competition wouldn't have been as good. I think it's helped them grow up faster.
And then with us playing the winner of Tennessee, Nebraska, are you nervous about that? Like possible like Pickens and Jordy Ball against the offense? Because I know we struggled against Pickens in the regular season. Reckon we got the first game, but past that.
To me, like you don't have the familiarity with Nebraska like you do with Tennessee. So that's why I think it's really a toss-up. Like Jordy Ball, the best two-way player in softball, Carlin Pickens, one of the top arms in college softball. It's like I don't think it really matters who you face with how good Oklahoma's playing. They're going to be very hard to beat.
Either way, though, you have a little revenge. You have the revenge against Tennessee factor, and then you have Jordy Ball that left your team that you're going against.
And guys, JT. The amount of homework that they're going to do, and if it's Jordy Ball, like they're going to be uber prepared for whoever they face.
I also found it funny watching the Nebraska game. I was like, man, Jordy Ball is such a great hitter. I wonder why she wasn't in the lineup. Then I remembered who our lineup was during that time. Like you wouldn't even be able to fit her in with the hitters we had.
No, there was. I mean that was her issue. That was the issue. Where do you play her? Where do you put her? So it's going to be interesting to see. I think that matchup in that first round, and you know how big the first game is in the World Series. You got to win that first game. It's huge. You can't drop down to that other bracket. But I think that's going to set the tone for the whole World Series for OU, either Tennessee, Nebraska, and how they handle that first game. But I like the chance of the way Landry's pitching right now.
I agree. And then second to last question, who as we go into World Series time, how would you rank the pitchers? Like, of course, Sam Landry's first, but would you put Lowry over Deal second?
Well,
after kind of seeing how they've played,
I like Lowry a lot the way she's doing. I just wonder, and I know Deal doesn't have a ton of experience, but she has pitched in some big games. Mm-hmm. So I kind of think they're going to go Landry, and when they need to start somebody else, I think it'll probably be Deal. But here's the thing. We've seen Patty do this before, and then all of a sudden they'll throw Bella Smith may start or Lowry. Patty will go with what she feels a lot too. She's just so good about the feel of the team and everything. I just love it, man. I don't know. I'm anxious to see what happens.
And then lastly, I thought it was funny because I saw it on social media. It was like, notice how OU didn't dogpile after getting back to the World Series because we've been there 9 times and we know what to do. But I'll end it off with the quote saying, like, if anyone can do it with the young team, Patty's definitely the one that can go through it because she's done it so many times. And
yeah, that's right.
And then lastly, who would you give the MVP of the season? Of course, we still got World Series, but before World Series starts.
It's Sam Landry overall, but Gabby Garcia, it would be hard to not give it to Gabby Garcia.
Yeah, I would agree Landry, though. I mean, but all around. But Fred,
would you also say Gabby Garcia has been like the biggest surprise? Or like who has been the biggest surprise of how good they've been?
Absolutely Garcia.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Thank you. Hey guys, real quick.
Great comment.
Yeah, I saw that. Hey,
call 911. Elephant is on fire in Norman.
Hey, real quick. I don't know who said it. I think it was Robert. 1,000% agree. This is going to be the championship series right there. It's going to be Texas Tech and OU. I think.
Wait,
I think it's going to be Texas Tech OU.
Is Texas on the same side of the bracket as OU?
Yes, but they got to beat Clemson and get there, and they're not there. I think Clemson's beating them tonight, but they should have beat them last night. Second and third, no out.
Choke job, man. Choke job.
Second and third, no out. You got to get a runner home. But I think Tech, Jerm. Who would you pick right now in the finals World Series? Who you got?
I would say OU and Tech.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I think Kennedy.
Hey guys, Kennedy's hitting the ball too. Kennedy's a two-way player.
She's hitting it well too. Yeah.
Who all's on the other side of the bracket?
Well, you got UCLA, South Carolina, and UCLA. If you saw that comeback today,
yeah,
they came back in the last inning and got the win.
I'm telling you, something huge is if Georgia's
on that side.
If Georgia
Arkansas's on that side,
yeah,
Arkansas is, guys. If Georgia were to beat Florida tomorrow, that's big.
Well, yeah, you could possibly now. This is a scenario that could very well happen. This is not out of the realms of possibility. We could all wake up tomorrow or go to bed tonight if we go to bed late, and Tennessee might be gone. Florida tomorrow could be gone. Texas tonight could be gone. There's a real world where Tennessee, Florida, and Texas on OU side is all eliminated.
It's a realistic world. It's not there yet.
It's not there yet, but I'm saying it's possible.
Arkansas is another one that could be.
Who did Arkansas play?
Ole Miss.
Oh, okay.
And they lost the game.
I don't know. I think we're going to see some wild stuff happen.
Oh, already has been. Unless you're Norman. The only wild thing is it's like clockwork. This team's going to find exactly what they need at the right time every time.
Here's the thing. And Colin says, give me liberty.
Give me liberty.
Hey, here's the thing. There's a lot of teams. I think Texas Tech with Kennedy. I think Nebraska with Ball. I think Tennessee with Pickens. Those are the three right now that I say in a one-game matchup with Oklahoma could beat them. One game. I don't think there's anybody left if you get in a three-game series beating Oklahoma 2 out of 3. But I think those three teams with the pitchers, I mentioned Ball, Pickens, and Kennedy. If you play them and they just pitch unreal and get you 1-0, I mean, it could happen in a one game. I just don't see a team doing it 2 out of 3, Jeremy.
Well, especially the way Patty Gasso has this knack, this special ability to get everything from every player, regardless of how much they play.
Yeah, real quick. That's Odyssey is his answer.
Yeah. Odyssey Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah, Odyssey Alexander.
Yeah. She was phenomenal.
Yeah, sorry, Jeremy. I just had to get that out there.
Yeah, I was just talking about I'm going to use Patty's word, clutchness. I'm going to say it, clutchness.
Yeah, and it's not over by any means. This team's not won the championship. There's a lot of work left to do. But here's what we know. Here's what we know. The regionals breeze through it. The super regionals breeze through it. So they're playing really good right now. They're hitting on all cylinders. But you do have to the whole key in the World Series, guys. You got to get off to a good start and win that first game. I think, like you get in a scenario last year where you have to lose twice to Florida to not make the World Series championship. That's what you want to be. You do not want to be the team that has to beat another team twice. You need to be the team. That's what they've done so well in Patty's run is they get it where a team's got to beat them back to back, and that's the key.
Right.
And maybe that's what you see in this World Series. You see, you just pitch Landry until they get it where they have to lose twice, and then maybe you pitch another pitcher. I don't know.
Look at this stat, guys. 46-5 outscored opponents so far. Unreal. Yeah.
Another stat. Abby Dayton in the NCAA tournament is like 6 for 9 or something. She's doing really well.
Yeah. It's been it only gets harder to win the championship. Yeah, and I think having this young of a team there in the World Series, there's players it's going to be the first time playing in that kind of environment in front of that big of a stadium. I know they played there against Oklahoma State, but that's nothing compared to the World Series. What the World Series environment will be. But it being in Oklahoma City, and it's going to be an advantage for Oklahoma. There's going to be more Oklahoma fans than any other team. I think is also another advantage for this young team because some games it's going to be 80-20 Oklahoma fans. And it's going to feel like you're having a home crowd there. So I think that will also play into factor for this young of a team too.
Hey, guys, Sydney Barker down the stretch, she has stepped up big time. When she's been in that starting role now, and she's kind of like not going to relinquish it at all. She's stepped up. She has taken over that role, and she's a true freshman. I mean, go down. You know what play I love today? And this, nobody's going to talk about it in a 13-2 win, domination. Everyone talks about the long balls. How about Tia Malloy coming in on that and getting that delayed steal? That was pretty headsy, man. I was like, okay, pretty headsy. Liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Damon, this is great. Always will be with Patty at the end.
Always will be.
Yeah.
Jay, I've said it before, and people can disagree, but I don't know how you can with the way they're playing. When they think and they believe and they're all about that this is not it, I mean, there's something bigger. I think it does help on how they perform on the field. Suppose Berzon, the LSU pitcher, is in the portal. Could be a bidding war between them and Texas Tech. Yeah, and is this Kennedy's last year?
No, she's got another year.
Okay.
Dude.
Hey,
or never mind, Jay.
I was going to say, if you look at OU's lineup, you realize there's only one person not going to be back next year if they all come back.
Sydney Sanders.
That's it.
And she hasn't been elite. Hey, Robert, one example of the aggressiveness, which I loved, the squeeze play by Agbayani.
Yeah.
That was a great play at a big moment in the game early. It continued. It allowed just that momentum to continue. I mean, Garcia gets a 2-run bomb. They go up 3-0, and they add 5 more runs that inning.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 6 more runs that inning. After a 2-run homer, so she cleared the bases, no one on, you still get 6 runs on top of it. It was phenomenal.
Hey, this team, do you guys, and this is for the chat too, guys. I want to ask the chat a question. This team's more explosive than recent teams.
I would like to see the home run totals. I think this team
would you say, somebody said earlier, the 21-22 team. Was that when you would go as far as like the explosiveness of with them hitting long balls? I mean, because it's not just, let's just go back to last year's. Let's go back to 2 years ago. Not last year, because Parker and Pickering was on that. Let's go back to 2 years ago. You had Brito, Hanson, Tiare Jennings, Coleman,
Boone.
But as far as home run bombers, Brito, Hanson, Tiare. Coleman didn't hit a ton. This team, you got Pickering, Parker, Gabby.
Nelly Mac.
Well, that team 2 years ago, they had a Haley Lee. Too.
She was nothing like the home run threats they have now.
Yeah.
No.
Before I get hated on in a comment, I am not saying that these players are better than those players. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you remember back to those years, it wouldn't matter. Somebody come up to plate, they could hit over, it'd be a home run. I think this team has that same type of feel where it's like they could just hit a ball. Like we were talking in the text, they needed 1 run to get a run rule in the 5th. All they need is 1 bomb, and it was Parker up. You got Nelly. Any of them could do it. And I think that's this team is that they got any player I mean, go down to 8 or 9 hole. I mean, Emmerling's batting 8. She doesn't hit very many hits, but when she does, it's a bomb.
But the mindset of this team, you heard Cassidy Pickering in the postgame presser yesterday. You've heard Garcia say it. And again, that was the 4-peat, the 4 straight. They're wanting to just win every game, and then in the end, it would equivocate and result in 5 straight. But this is not last year's team. It's not. The comparison doesn't need to happen. What this team has, like all the other teams, is greatness. It's got greatness in talent. It's got greatness in smallness of egos. It's got players who buy into their roles, and that's all because of the greatness and the clutchness, as Patty said, of the players, which trickles down from Patty Gasso.
But what it does not have, what this team does not have, is they don't have. The last team that was like this was the first year that they won it with Hansen and breed on them because this team doesn't. They don't have those seniors that have they're making their own kind of history. Mm-hmm. You got Sanders that has done it, but you're not sitting there with other people that have won it.
Right. And I have something to ask you, Jay and Jeremy, you guys. If Oklahoma, if they're to face Nebraska, do you give Jordy Ball the intentional walk treatment, or do you pitch to her every single time?
You pitch to her. Well, it depends on the situation, but I'm not walking her unless I have to.
Yeah, and Lee did hit 14 home runs. I mean, Lee had some bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jay, Haley Lee was good, but
I didn't know.
Garcia's got up to. Is she at 20 now or 21?
I want to see.
She leads the team, does she not?
Yeah.
A true freshman leading the team. And the other thing that is not talked about enough with Garcia, Nelly Mack and Gabby Garcia's defense on the left side of the infield. Guys, unless you just lace one by them, they make the tough plays look easy.
How many errors does Gabby Garcia have on the year?
Not many. Now, Emberling, she got 20 homers. Emberling tonight made a great play where she got up out of home plate, rifled one to first on that little it was either a bunt or cue ball off of it. But, Jay, she also had a pop fly that she just totally misplayed.
Yeah, 3 errors all year.
She's by far the weakest player on defense and the weakest stick they have right now. She's 2 for her last 23. She did get a hit today, and she has been having better – I think watching the ball a little better, she's drawn some walks.
Hey, Jeremy, and something that I even said a couple weeks ago was with this team, it's not the offense that I was shocked by. It was how good they are defensively for being so young and how clean they're able to play. I mean, you don't see this a lot. I don't know where they rank defensively in the nation for fielding percentage, Hunter. I don't know if you can find that maybe. But, they probably are in the top 5, not the top 10 for sure. It's impressive for how young they are.
Oh, it's definitely impressive. The question earlier was Allo leads. Allo's the career home run. Didn't she pass Chamberlain? Chamberlain?
Yes.
Yeah, Lauren Chamberlain. Lauren Chamberlain was the home run leader. I mean, you look at some of the teams, guys. It doesn't really – you can say it doesn't matter who is on it. They're 10th in the NCAA in fielding percentage.
Okay.
So top 10.
Okay.
It was huge, guys, that Kirsten Deal pitched this well because they've got to have 2 or 3 arms. Last year in the Women's College World Series Championship Series against Texas, what did Patty use? 5 in game 2? Didn't she pitch every pitcher in game 2 last year?
Of the World Series?
Yes.
Yeah, the World Series.
Yeah.
You've got to have more than Sam Landry. Sam Landry was great yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait, it is Chamberlain in second. I thought Chamberlain has 95.
Is it Jennings?
I
think it's Tiara Jennings.
Hey, real quick, do you guys know? I mean, talking about Pickering and Parker, how many home runs did they have last year? I mean, Gabby Garcia right now is just unbelievable, guys.
They're tied, huh? They're tied.
Yeah, the alumni game would be unbelievable. OU still owns Bama my entire life. First choice here to vote for OU to join Bama fans. Poncho is there. It is. Allo Jennings Chamberlain.
Okay, so
Jennings did pass Chamberlain.
So what's on tap, guys? I mean, you got the World Series starting the 29th Thursday.
Wait and see.
2 weeks away. 2 weeks away from the season being over. Will OU get their 5th in a row?
Hey, what's the score in Tennessee, Nebraska? So OU's either going to face, in my opinion, a better team than Nebraska is Tennessee. Overall, Tennessee's the better team of the two.
It's
but
2-2.
The wild card is you got Jordy Ball, who can shut people down and hit bombs on the other side as a former Sooner. I do think that either matchup, OU does have something to kind of motivate them because they lost 2 out of 3 against Tennessee early in the year.
Right. That would be quite the storyline for the first game. Jordy Ball versus Oklahoma.
It'd be insane.
It would probably be the top game to watch.
And I'm gonna say it right now. I think Nebraska wins today. I think they get the sweep over Tennessee. I think they win today. I think it's Jordy Ball versus Oklahoma, game 1 of the World Series. And I think Clemson beats Texas tonight.
Hey, Nebraska, besides Jordy Ball, they have another hitter who's hit 21 home runs. Like, they have a few good hitters. They're not as deep as Tennessee, though, guys. They're just not. Now, Tennessee's had some bad losses. They've struggled at times.
Yeah.
Nebraska is a 10 seed. 10 seed, guys.
Yeah.
So
10 seed for a reason.
Hey, overall, just a dominant performance by the Sooners at home at Love's Field. And now they go to their second home and let all the naysayers and whiners start. They're all going to start it. Now, will Mike White be in OKC as a coach or just as a fan? Because they may not be there. But if they are there, you can guarantee him and others are going to get on board with this Sooner team gets to play at home. It's ridiculous. You're going to hear it. Then someone should slay the dragon.
I could care less.
They tried. They couldn't. They might have got him when it didn't matter early in the year, but they couldn't slay the dragon when it mattered. Not only could they not slay the dragon this weekend, they couldn't even get the sword out. Like, they couldn't even draw the sword. It was over.
Yeah, Murph, he didn't know what to do. And hey, I don't care what they say about fans, about playing in OKC. Give me 5 rings as a fan. I'll be happy. That's all. 5 in a row.
You don't get rings as a fan, Jay.
Well, you know what?
You buy them as a fan, Jay. You go buy them as a fan.
You know what I'm talking about. Hey.
If you weren't satisfied with 4 as a fan, then I don't know.
I'm satisfied. You said I wasn't satisfied.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general because you know how Oklahoma fans can be.
Let me just ask one question to the viewers and you guys.
Okay.
Has OU softball already surpassed expectations for this year?
I think expectation for themselves or for national.
Well, national, I think everyone thinks OU's always.
If you listen to Patty a few weeks ago, she pretty much said they've already done more than I thought they would do this year.
I agree. She said that.
You're playing with house money right now. It might as well go win the championship at this point because I think they will.
Yeah, corrections. There was a lot of people. Even when they lost games early in the year, and I said, I'm still picking them to win it all, there were people that came at us and said, that's dumb. How can you pick them? They're not playing well. Because they're OU and they've won 4 straight. I always pick Patty until someone beats her. When the dragon is slain, I won't pick them. But until then, I'm picking them because no one can slay the dragon.
Well, How to Train Your Dragon, the live action comes out next week during the World Series, Jerome. Somebody needs
promo, Jay.
Yeah, what's that?
Nice promo there.
That's going to be where the Alabama softball team is going to be at. Guarantee you that.
Yeah.
That's
right.
So, hey,
the movie.
Appreciate everyone who watches our content here at the Sooner Surge. Please hit the like before you leave. It helps the channel. Thanks for joining us. You got the Thunder game tonight, game 3.
Yeah.
Great weekend of softball at Love's Field. As the Sooners get it done today, 13-2, holding Alabama to 2 runs over 2 games and really just hitting bombs galore as the wind was blown out at Love's Field. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Hit the like before you leave. Till next time, guys. Boomer.